What's good, y'all? It's your boy Epiphany the Beast back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be analyzing a team that I feel like in the next 2 to 3 years could be giving the East some problems. They did lose a superstar player this year in free agency, but they do have a lot of young talent. And they already drafted a lot of young talent in this draft. And some of them I feel like can become superstars in the league for years to come. I'm going to be going over their contracts. Some of the players I feel like are expendable. The free agent that they signed this year. Some of the rookies and second-year players that they have as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. The team just so happens to be the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I saw a poll on one of the NBA rumors page on Instagram, and they asked, are the Charlotte Hornets going to be one of the top 5 worst teams next year in the NBA? I definitely put no for that, and I think about 70% people put yes. I'm going to explain exactly why. The team is absolutely loaded with young talent. Players like Dwayne Bacon, Miles Bridges, Malik Monk, and all the players that they drafted this year, or the players that they drafted this year in 2019, I feel like can really come in, score a lot of points, and really help the Hornets actually make the playoffs this year. A couple of players that they have right now in their team, I feel like are pretty expendable. Nicholas Batum, he's on a $25.5 million contract. Bismack Biyombo is making about $17 million this year. Tony Parker making $5.2 million this year. And Marvin Williams opted into his $15 million extension this year as well. Cody Zeller is making $14.5 million this year. I feel like a lot of his minutes can go towards Jalen McDaniels, who they drafted this year from Arizona State, as well as Bismack Biyombo as well. I don't believe he deserves $17 million. Some of the rookies they drafted this year, Cody Martin from Nevada, he could definitely fill it up, play well in the tournament. Jalen McDaniels, along sort of a Jonathan Isaac type build, and PJ Washington from Kentucky, definitely upgraded his shooting. Can shoot the mid-range, can shoot the three, and can defend well inside. I see a lot coming in for those rookies. Another plus to having all those key players is that they're all going to be making less than $5 million next year. Dwayne Bacon is making $1.6 million next year. Miles Bridges will be making $3.7. Devontae Graham $1.4. Hernan Gomez $1.7, and Malik Monk will be making the most at $4 million. So that's a lot of players on the cheap contracts. The rookies will be on their rookie contract, so they won't be making that much money. And they just brought in Terry Rozier. He'll be making $15 million next year. We're going to see if he's going to be the point guard for the future for the Charlotte Hornets. I have their projected lineup next year is going to be Terry Rozier at the 1, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist at the 2, Nicholas Batum at the 3, Marvin Williams at the 4, and Cody Zeller at the 5. That was most of their starting lineup for most of the season, except Kemba Walker at the 1 instead of Terry Rozier. For 6-man, I have Malik Monk. With the players who I feel like are going to become stars in the next couple of years, once they move all these players with huge contracts out, I have Terry Rozier at the 1, Malik Monk at the 2, Miles Bridges at the 3, or Dwayne Bacon at the 3. At the 4, PJ Washington, and at the 5, Jalen McDaniels. That's going to be a really scary lineup, I feel like. Really surprise the East in the next couple of years. As far as depth, drafting for the next couple of years, I think backup point guard would be good. Another good center. Willie Hernan Gomez could also be a good center instead of Jalen McDaniels, because Jalen McDaniels can play the 4 as well. He's 6'10", but he's also very long, and I don't think he's that much of a defender as well. But as far as next season, I think they're going to do more of the same. Probably definitely underachieve with this starting lineup that I just named. All these players are at their prime. They're not going to get much better, in my opinion. They're getting older, and they just aren't budding stars. I feel like the players that I named are going to become really good players. I saw all the starting lineups for last year. Malik Monk, Miles Bridges were in any of them, and both of them performed really well last year. You see highlights on them all the time. I just feel like if they're given the minutes instead of giving them to players who we already know have underachieved throughout their career, that way they can really progress as a team and move forward. I'm not sure what the organization is doing. Not sure if it's Michael Jordan, but I feel like they're drafting good players, but they're not giving them the minutes that they need. Malik Monk went for like 40 points. He already shows that he has the ability to go off for a 40-point game. He just needs to have the money. He needs to have the minutes behind him, because then that gives him the confidence to go out and perform his best. Dwayne Bacon is another very solid player as well. Can easily rattle off 30 points if given the minutes. I say give him about 2 to 3 more years. A lot of the organizations sort of do what the Hawks are doing, giving a lot of their younger players a lot more minutes, move all the huge contracts out the way, let these young guys run and let these young guys get better and gel. Learn how to play well together and really gel and, you know, form a really solid team. My predictions this year, I don't see them making the playoffs. I see them maybe getting the 10th seed, or actually lower than that. I'm gonna say like the 12th, 13th seed. That's gonna be it. Stay tuned. Watch out for the Charlotte Hornets. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications. Peace.